What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I do not like this light. I do not like this light. Hold on, y'all. Mm, I'm gonna have to have some light. Hold on, y'all. I thought I could use the daylight, but that ain't working, child. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Child, I always gotta be trying stuff when I don't need to be trying stuff. All right, y'all. Hold on. Had to get some light up in here. Okay, that's better. What's up, y'all? Tasha checking in with another video, and this video is going to be none other than a review for my 600-pound life. Okay, if it's your first time joining me, welcome to the Redefine Me family. So glad that you're here. Go ahead and hit this like button. Comment in the comment section, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. So, yeah, this is my premiere of reviewing this show. Okay, I've always watched my 600-pound life, but I've never reviewed it, and this is going to be my first review of the show. So, with this first review, I'm going to be starting with Karen's story. Okay. So let's buckle up. Let's hold on tight. Let's talk about it. Now, if y'all don't know what my 600-pound life is, and y'all probably like, I've never heard of this show. It is a show where individuals come on and they document their weight loss journey, almost like a vlog, but they turned it into a show. So they document their weight loss journey for a year. And so within that year, they meet with a gastric, I think he's a weight loss surgeon. I don't know what you actually call it. Hold on, my tripod seemed a little off. I don't know what you call his actual title, but he does the weight loss surgeries. And so he meets with these people. He finds out what's going on with them. He sets them up on his plan. He gives them his book and he lets them read over the book. And he even sets them up with a therapist because, losing weight is a mental thing as well as a physical thing. And it's more mental really than physical because you have to get it in your mind that this is what you want to do, right? And so I love the show, and we're going to start getting into these reviews of it and talking about it. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, the person, what's going on? Merstovia. I hope I said your name right. Stamba. I hope I said your name right. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and smash this like button when y'all come in and subscribe to the channel. Okay. So the first person we're going to talk about on my 600-pound life, and this is only person, this is her story. What's up, DY channel? Welcome to the live. This is going to be Karen's life. Okay. So I do take notes. So if I look to the side, I'm just looking at my notes. Now, Karen got on my nerves. Let me just say this. I know that weight loss is a mental thing and you have to get it in your head. Therefore, it can get in your heart and therefore you can begin to process and lose the weight. What's up, Josh? What's up, Kelsey? Welcome to the live. So I know that. But Karen got on my nerves because she was so delusional. Not only was she delusional, she made excuses after excuses after excuses and it just drove me up the wall. So this woman is 42 years old, right? And I know when you hit 40, weight loss is hard to do. Okay, it really is because it's like your metabolism takes an extreme dive. Even and if your metabolism wasn't up already at your younger age, once you get 40, it takes an extreme dive, and then you end up having to deal with the aging process and trying to eat right and all of that stuff and work out and everything. However, it is possible to do. You just have to maybe commit a little more. Now, that's not everybody that turns 40 and everything. Some people metabolism just stays up. But there are a lot of people that you see, maybe you knew them in their 20s or in high school, and you'd be like, wow, you got a little bigger in your 40s. That's because things change, child, when you get to your 40s, okay? And let me know if y'all can hear me because I got my little earpiece in, my Apple iPods in. So give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me in the comments. I hope y'all can. I did a video testing, so I think I should be good. So Miss Karen, let's get into her. She's 42 years old. Okay, she is an African American woman, and she lives in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. She has two kids. She has twin kids. Okay, And when they brought her daughter on the screen, I said, oh my God, she's passing on her horrible traits down to her daughter. Her daughter is 17 years old and she easily looks like she's pushing like 200 something pounds, the daughter. And this is the problem. If you are an unhealthy parent, nine times out of 10, if you don't know the healthy traits, you're going to pass it right on down to your children or to the next generation. Okay. So her daughter is also looking like she needs to go see Dr. Now as well at this point so she can cut it off before it gets out of control. And then she has a son because they're twins. She has fraternal twins. So her son, though, is the total opposite of both of them. He's skinny, very fit, nice looking young man. I guess he looked at them and said, oh no, y'all won't have me messed up in this house, okay? Or maybe he got his metabolism or his thought process from his father's side of the family, okay? Karen lets us know that she didn't really say that she had a horrible childhood. The only thing that she had to do was be the caregiver, like help out with her siblings a lot, get them ready for school, certain stuff like that. Stuff that we all have probably had to do. Like if you are a child that has or was a child that has siblings, you may have had to help out, because she said her mom had to go to work and stuff like that. That is nothing new. Okay. We all have probably had to do that from time to time. If your parents had to go off to work and you were the oldest or even the youngest or the middle child, you had to sometimes take on some adult responsibilities. But that's not a excuse for you to just then say, I'm just going to eat my life away. Okay. So when they open up with Karen, they show her getting ready to get into the shower. I don't know why TLC does this, and the show comes on TLC. Every time they open up with a scene on my 600-pound life, we got to see these people naked. I don't understand it. I do not want to see anybody 600 pounds. I don't want to see nobody naked, but especially somebody that's 600 pounds. So they get in the shower and everything, or she's trying to get in the shower. She calls her daughter to help her. Her daughter puts a seat in there so she could wash up, and they blur out everything, but we know that you're naked. Now, I heard through the grapevine that they get extra money whenever they get naked in the beginning with those shower scenes. I hope they're not selling out for extra coin just to embarrass themselves on TV. So she goes to the kitchen, and y'all already know they opened up with always having their breakfast scene. And so she gets to the breakfast scene. And the thing that I always wonder is why is it that they show these people eating these massive amounts of food? Is that really what they do on a daily basis? Like sometimes I believe it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, are they making them cook extra so they can live up to the my 600-pound height, right? And her daughter is making the food, and she tells her daughter is like, I'm gonna cook 6 eggs. She was like, nah, go ahead and cook 12 eggs. I said, well, dang, you gonna cook I said, you gonna cook the whole carton of eggs? That is too many eggs. Like, ma'am, we could see why you were 600 pounds. So they cooking the food and everything. Her and the daughter sitting down, and the daggone daughter had made her 3 cinnamon buns. This is what kind of took me out because the daughter was like, "Oh, those cinnamon buns look good," and she was in front of her daughter like, "Yeah, they taste good too. They really do taste good." She didn't even give her daughter a piece. Say you want a piece, ma'am. You had 3 cinnamons. You ain't even break your daughter off a piece of it at all. Okay. But anyway, let's move on with Karen's story. So she talks about she has insomnia. She can't really sleep, things like that. She wake up every morning and her body is in pain. Okay. In order for her to go to the shower, to the bathroom, is upstairs and it's horrible and painful for her to get upstairs. Okay. So she said it takes her 16 steps to get to the shower. So fast forward, right? Um, da 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 da. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So fast forward, she lets us know, and this is all the stuff in the beginning before we get to her seeing Dr. Now. She lets us know that she is housebound, that she cannot leave the house and everything like that. Now, as we further will find out, Karen is lying. It ain't that she can't leave the house, it's that she don't want to leave the house. She lets us know that she has something called phobia. Now, I could be saying this totally wrong, but it's fear of going outside. But that is some BS because as soon as she told her son, hey, let's go to the grocery store, and the son was like, are you going to drive? And she was like, yeah. Karen got her butt in that car. She didn't hyperventilate. She didn't have no issues or nothing. She drove to that good old grocery store. The son went inside and she asked the son to FaceTime her. So he FaceTime her and did the shopping. Karen, when he got in the store and he FaceTime her and was doing the shopping, Karen asked for cookies, cakes, pies, tomato, no tomatoes because no vegetables was involved. But cookie cakes, pies, juices, sodas, everything was snacks in that cart. I didn't even see him grab any fruit, vegetables, or meat or nothing. And I'm like, is this grocery shopping or y'all just doing snacks for movie night? I'm trying to understand. But that's all she got. And then he got back in the car, they went home, and she got back in the house, but she didn't have no hyperventilating moment or nothing like that. And she tries to make us feel like that she has this phobia of going outside. Okay, so let's fast forward to that. She said that when she was 16 years old, she allowed guys to run through her and be reckless with her with sex because she had low self-esteem. She said at that point her parents decided to send her to a mental facility. Now I don't know why she had to go through some type of she had to go to the mental facility. I'm sorry, because she tried to self-harm herself. Okay, so she went into the mental facility and then she got out before she turned 18 years old. She also ended up going to some type of depression group or something like that. And that is where she met her children's father. Now, the children's father is way older than her, like 20 something years older than her, right? And so the children's father is a Caucasian man. So she ends up getting with him, and before you know it, bound chick wow wow, what happens? She ends up getting pregnant with twins. Okay. Now, when she told him she was pregnant, he was all like, "Yay, I'm so happy." Blah blah blah. Soon as she told this man that she was pregnant with twins, he was like, "Deuces, peace sign up, A town down." He was like, "I'm not sticking around." So he left her, and I was like, "Dang, that's so messed up." Okay. Um, what else, y'all? Let me get on past that. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. So she lets us know about that, and I'm like, that's messed up. She tells us that she is bedridden. She's afraid of being bedridden, and she has high anxiety. She says her goal is that she wants to be able to go to her children's high school graduation. Yes, they graduate next month, and she says she wants to try to go there. So that is why she's in pursuit of Dr. Now. My thing is this: how the heck you think you're going to be ready to be out of the house because you say you have a fear of going outside? Not only be out of the house, but lose enough weight where you feel comfortable enough with going out in the free world. How are you even going to do this in a month for your kids' high school graduation? But this is the goal that she says she wants to do, so let's ride with it. All right, so she couldn't make the trip to Houston. You know, all of them end up going to Houston to see Dr. Now. I don't even think she couldn't make the trip. She didn't want to make the trip. But anyway, Dr. Now says, it's cool, let's do a video call. So he gets on the video call with her and he gets on the screen, and she said that she has panic attacks. That's why she couldn't come to Houston to go see him. But ma'am, you didn't have no panic attack when you went to the grocery store. You was just fine. You was just fine. So I'm just kind of like, miss me with that. You want to do what you want to do. That's what that is, okay? Dr. Now gave it to her straight, okay? He said he wants her to lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months, and he says he's putting her on a 1,200 calorie diet, okay? So he said he's going to send her the book to her house, and he want her to get into the book, get the eating handled or get the eating plan done and do the workouts and everything. And she says, cool, Dr. Nail, I'm committed. You know, that's what they all say in the beginning. I'm committed, I'm going to do it, blah, blah, blah. But these people have an addiction. They have an addiction to food. And this addiction to food has caused them to gain this enormous amount of weight. Now, there are people who do gain weight that don't have an addiction to food. Sometimes they have medicine that makes them gain weight, illnesses that makes them gain weight, low metabolism, all of that. However, her problem is that she's addicted to food because she moves very well. Like she moves better than a lot of these people that I have seen come on this show. She was up walking around doing her thing. So she moves. So it wasn't like she was couldn't move or do anything, right? So the book ends up coming in the mail. She gets the book. She's sitting on the sofa and she starts reading over the book and everything. Her daughter is sitting there beside her. Now, I don't want to talk about her daughter because she a minor, but I'm just going to say this. Her daughter was very negative, okay? Her daughter was looking in the book and she was like, oh my gosh, you got to eat that. You got to do that. You can't do that workout. How you going to do that? Blah, 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 blah. Like she was not in the best setting. What's going on, Sharia? I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome to the live. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So her daughter was very negative. However, she went ahead and went through the book. She went through like 2 pages of that book, and then she goes, it says, let me do the workout. Okay, she does the workout. The daughter starts laughing. Okay, but she tells the daughter to go away so I can do this workout. So she puts her arms up, put her arms to the side, and started doing circle movements and stuff. And she did that, and then she stood up and touched her toes. Child, she worked out for about 10 minutes and was like, "Woo! I'm already sweating. I can feel the burn." I was like, "Child, what burn?" What's up, Nicole Surrenders? Oh my God. I said, Isabel, life is back. Yes. He's like, it's been forever since a new episode. Girl, absolutely. And I love this show. Thank you for joining the live. I love this show. So she did her little stretches and stuff. And I'm actually behind. Now, this is Karen's story. They just did Gary's story this last Wednesday. So I'm going to do that next Friday. So I'm going to be a week off. But if I get to Gary's story in a couple of days, I'll go ahead and do Gary's story maybe on if I can watch Gary's story, I probably might do Gary's story on Monday so we can be caught up. But I'm normally going to do these reviews on Friday. Okay. So she does a little stretching and everything. She says she burned up a sweat in 10 minutes. Child, bye. I have worked out before, and it at least takes you a good 30 minutes in before you start to feel the perspiration. However, she is 600 some pounds, and so it probably kicked up for her quicker than that. Okay. So Dr. Nail says he's going to set her up to talk to Dr. Paradise. So Dr. Paradise on the show is the therapist. So he gets a video call with her and he starts going over her childhood. She talks about how she was the caregiver and everything, and she did a lot. And she did a lot of private eating and everything like that. Okay. She says she almost did not graduate high school because she had anxiety and depression. Okay, so Dr. Paradise says okay, but she says she really wants to help people. So she says she's in college right now, y'all, for social work. How the heck you want to be a social worker when you got issues of your own? You can't even take any ownership for your part in this whole episode. So how you going to help somebody and be a social worker? Not only that, you got a fear of going outside. So how you going to be a social worker and you don't even want to go outside? Child, I said, okay, Miss Karen, we just gonna go with whatever you telling us, okay? Dr. Paradise says, he gave her some homework. He said, I want you to open up these blinds and I want you to take your dog for a walk. Because she says she keeps her blinds drawn all the time in her house and she has blackout curtains. Now that right there is depression all in itself. Because baby, I need to open the curtains. The only reason my blinds ain't open behind me was because it would have cut in with this video. But I'm gonna need some light in my life, okay? Because I'm a light person, okay? So I need that. But she liked the blackout curtains, and this is probably furthering her depression and furthering her bad thoughts. Because if you don't let the light in, child, how you gonna you listen? It ain't gonna work. Okay, so she says, "Oh my God, Dr. Paradise, this is going to be a challenge. I got to take my dog for a walk and open these curtains." So she get off the phone with Dr. Paradise. She does what he says the next day. She opens up the blackout curtains a little bit and everything, and then she says, "Okay, I'm about to take my dog for a walk outside." She tells her daughter. Her daughter again is negative. She's like, "Oh, okay, well, you sure you're ready for that?" I'm like, "Daughter need to go find some friends to find some business, okay?" Your mom has a serious issue. And if she don't get some help with her weight, she's going to die. Like, I don't understand why that wasn't put to the daughter in that way. So she says, let me go take what was the dog name? Something. I forgot the name of the dog. But she says, let me go take whatever outside. So he's excited because the dog is probably like, oh my God, woo, woo, woo. I haven't been outside in 10 years. Woo, woo, woo. The dog's like, woo, woo, woo. Dog is ready to go outside, okay? So the dog gets in the door. He's excited. She opens the door. The dog runs out. And the dog looking back like, let's go. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to put these little paws to work. You know what I'm saying? So she go outside. Child, her house was right here. She walks down the driveway and get right here. It was like, I can't do this. This is too much. The dog was like, you gotta be kidding me. I only been out here for 5 minutes. Not even. She says, come on, let's go back in the house. Come on. The dog was like, dang. The dog went back in the house with her, and now they back in the house. And she come back in, and the daughter was like, "Well, dang, that was quick." I was like, "Yeah, you ain't even go nowhere. She ain't even hit her car." I said, "You know what? This don't make no sense." So what else happened? So they gonna set her up with an appointment at the clinic, right? Because she has to go in there and she has to get her weight loss done and everything. And Dr. Nail wants her to go to this clinic since she cannot go to Houston. So they set her up and do a dry run. Okay, they do a dry run of her going to the clinic. The daughter is like, let's just get in the car. Let's just do a dry run so that you can tackle your anxiety or whatever. And then, you'll be ready to go. So they get in the car. They start driving. All of a sudden, she's like, oh my God, I can feel butterflies in my stomach. I feel like I'm about to throw up. Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. They get to a certain point, and the daughter is like trying to encourage her, saying, it's okay. You got this. And she's like, no, I need to turn around because I am driving and I don't want to get sick and it cause an accident and everything. The daughter was like, yeah, well, please turn around. So they turn around, they go back to the house. I don't know how far they got from the house, but it couldn't have been far. So they turn around, they go back to the house. Fast forward 3 months in. Now we 3 months into her journey. She missed her appointment with Dr. Now. Okay. She said she couldn't make the trip. No, she missed her appointment at the clinic that she's supposed to go to get weighed in. She couldn't miss the trip. Dr. Nail get on the phone and was like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Why the heck did you miss your appointment at the clinic? She says, I just couldn't do it, Dr. Nail. I had anxiety and blah, blah, and I have gastrophobia or whatever it is, and blah, blah, blah. So while she's talking to Dr. Nail, before she even got on the phone with him, she gets a DoorDash order. I said, how you going about to talk to Dr. Nail? And you got a DoorDash order coming. So she puts it behind the computer so Dr. Nail don't see it, of course. And so Dr. Nail says, all right, listen. She says, but Dr. Nail, I've been reading your book and I've been eating right and I've been doing my workout for ten minutes every other day, and I feel like I've lost 100 pounds. I said, child, this lady is delusional. She thought she lost 100 pounds already 3 months in. She says, I can feel the difference. Child, bye. So Dr. Nail says, all right, listen, I'm gonna send you a scale out to your house and I am going to see if you actually lost the 100 pounds. Okay. So he sends a scale out to her house, right? He sends it by this nurse practitioner, and her name is Dr. Stanton. Okay. So, in the beginning, they always tell you how much they weigh, but in the beginning, she never went to Houston to the clinic. So we don't even know what her starting weight was. So when Dr. Stanton gets there with the scale, she's like, step on the scale. How you doing? Let's see what's going on. Karen is talking about she got anxiety because somebody about to come into her house. I said, girl, you don't have anxiety when the DoorDash person coming to your house or the Domino's person coming to your house or Pizza Hut coming to your house. So cut the crap. If you want to lose weight and you really want to do something, stop making excuses and get it done. Get her done. Like, what's the problem? So Dr. Stanton coming in with the scale, right? She stepped up on the scale and everything, and the scale numbers are jiggling, 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 and all of a sudden it pops up that she is 604 pounds. Listen, 604 pounds. God is so good because your body is not made to handle that much weight. And the fact that you wake up every morning, the fact that you're able to still move very well, the fact that your heart is still beating and blood is running through your veins and vessels is a testimony to the goodness of God, because ain't no way no person is supposed to be walking around with 604 pounds of weight on them and still living. God is amazing. She ought to have given praise to God when she saw that number, because baby, you big. You big out here. And at what point, like at 400 pounds, did you not look in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to be like that man in the mirror and make a change. No, you still kept going until you said, finally got to six and said, you know what, this is ridiculous. Child, listen, I get to three and I'm just like, you know what, something got to give. So it's just ridiculous. So, she's telling the lady, she said she lost some and they don't know. She said she has lost some weight, but they don't know the amount of weight that she has actually totally lost. So after she weighs on the scale with the 604, she has to call Dr. Now to report in and let him know what the weight was. Okay. So she calls Dr. Now. He wanted to know the weight right away. He was like, cut the pleasantries. I don't need to know everything else. Just tell me how much you weigh. She was like, I'm at 604. So Dr. Now was like, all right, bet. This is what you need to do. You need to lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months. 50 pounds. That is your homework over the next 2 months. You got my eating plan. You got my book. Get her done. The daggone nurse practitioner left. Then we get to 4 months in. Okay. 4 months in, the next month, she is getting her hair done. She has a hairstylist come over her house. The hairstylist put in these two braids in her hair. Look real cute. She got that done. Okay. Now she don't have no anxiety with the hairstylist coming over, but the hairstylist was doing her hair before she decided to move into the house and have gastrophobia, whatever it is that she has. Okay, so we fast forward month number 5. She is supposed to be going to the clinic to have an appointment at the clinic to get weighed in. Okay, so she is up here in the car. Her daughter is coming with her. She's talking about some, I can't do. She drove, kept driving, and the daughter was like, "You're doing great. We're almost there." Do y'all know this lady kept driving to the clinic, got to the clinic, was in the car and going to say, "Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't go in." Then the daughter was like me, because I got frustrated at that point with Karen. The daughter was like, "Why? What is the problem? What are you afraid of? Why can't you go in?" And the Karen turns around and says, "Well, people could be watching. People could be in there." Child, when the camera zoomed back to get the picture of the parking lot, Karen's car was the only one that was there. I didn't even think the daggone place was open. And I'm like, "Why are you making excuses, lady? You, and first of all, you already drove and you're already at the clinic. All you gotta do is get out the car and go in there. If you're going in to a clinic to get your weight loss done and everything, I'm pretty sure that there's other bigger people in there. Like, who cares what people say? This is a life or death situation, Miss Karen. And you sitting up here talking about some, I can't do this. Girl, bye. So do you know that they backed up out of the clinic? Now they're there for her appointment. They backed up and they left and went back home. I said, now this is some tomfoolery right here. Okay. Dr. Now told her he will only continue to work with her if she made progress. Okay, because they send the nurse practitioner back to her house to weigh her because she didn't go to the clinic appointment. Okay, when she gets on the scale, now y'all remember Dr. Now told her she had to lose 50 pounds. When she gets on the scale, she only lost 20 pounds. So when she lost only 20 pounds and she saw that child, she freaked the heck out. She up here talking about some, wait a minute, no, no, because I feel the difference. I have had to lose at least 100 pounds. She tells the nurse, is your scale working properly? Did you zero it out? Is it zeros on it? Because I know I lost more weight. I said, child, look, we've been watching you on this screen. You don't look like you moved an inch on the weight scale, okay? She was like, no, I know I've been working very hard and everything like that. So she calls Dr. Nail, right? She said, your scale broke, Dr. Nail. Your scale is broke. This nurse you sent don't know what she's doing. She got it out for me or what have you. So Dr. Nail says, well, let me speak to the nurse. So the nurse gets on the laptop and the nurse is like, hey, Dr. Nail. He's like, yeah, what's going on? She's talking about something. I mean, I zero it out like we supposed to and everything. The scale is working properly. He said, okay, well, you know what? Let her weigh herself again. Put it in a different area of the house. Maybe a certain area of the house is smaller and will give her better results. So she went ahead and put it in a different area of the house. She steps on the scale, y'all, and the daggone scale still said the same daggone thing. So what? It wasn't the scale. It's your big tail, Karen. Stop sitting up here making this lady seem like she don't know how to do her job. So when she finally found out that it was the same number, she told Dr. Nail she can feel the difference, and all of that. So Dr. Nail was sick of her. Dr. Nail got sick of her just like I got sick of her. He gave it to her straight no chaser. He said, "Let me tell you something. The scale don't lie. Okay?" He said, "Who told you you was losing weight?" She said, well, everybody tells me. He said, who is everybody? Because you don't leave the house. So who the heck told you you lost weight? So Dr. Nail said, she said, well, the scale isn't working. It isn't working. So she gets on the phone with Dr. Nail. She's mad because she says the scale ain't working. So she said the nurse had a hard time zeroing out the scale. The nurse was looking like, girl, I do this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I know what I'm freaking doing. So fast forward, month 7 comes. The scale comes back. Okay. She had to lose 50 pounds. Okay. Y'all remember 50 pounds. The scale comes back. The same nurse practitioner comes back. She put the scale down. And what ends up happening? She only lost 17 pounds. Now she's really pissed. She is really pissed. She want to kick the dog, kick the daughter, kick the son. She's blaming the freaking scale. And I'm just like, girl, just be honest. You know you still ordering DoorDash and not doing what you're supposed to do. So she was like, Dr. Now, she said, it's no point in me calling Dr. Now. And she said, you know what, I'm just gonna call and get it over with. So she calls Dr. Now. Dr. Now says, Dr. Nell says, I don't believe you over the scale because she's telling Dr. Nell that this scale, something is wrong with it because she knows she lost more weight. Dr. Nell said, I don't believe you over the scale. Dr. Nell also says, in reality, you have only lost 30 pounds in 6 months. Now, listen, this lady has had the tools, she's had the diet plan, she's had Dr. Now book and everything. She's only lost 30 pounds in 6 months. That means she's not sticking to Dr. Now's plan and she is snacking and doing other stuff in between. And she's not doing no physical activity. So Dr. Now says, I can't help you. He said, I'm done. I cannot help you. And that's a sad situation because this lady is 600 some odd pounds and she needs Dr. Nell's help. She really, really do because she would die. She's only 42 years old. And Dr. Nell says, you know what? I can't help you. I'm sorry. I cannot help you. Can't do it. So the nurse, she walks away. She gets mad. She goes in her room. She's having a pouting session in her room. And the nurse is standing out there with the camera crew, like, okay, so what's next? What am I supposed to do? She comes back out the room and she sits down. The nurse takes the scale. She don't even say no words. She don't say, have a nice life. Bye, ma'am, blah, blah, blah. The nurse got the scale and left out. The nurse did his confessional and she was like, listen, the scale was zeroed out. I know what I'm doing. This lady is just making excuses, so I'm out. Okay. So the nurse left. That's the end of it. 9 months into her journey, she lost 20 pounds. But she said she ended up ordering her own scale from Amazon, just like the nurse had. She said she gonna do it on her own. She don't need Dr. Now. She said she got his book. He gave her a jump start. She gonna do it on her own. So we see her at the table playing Connect Four with her daughter, and she eating a salad. She want us to believe that she eating just that salad at the table, and then she gonna tell us, "Oh, I'm full. I don't. I'll save the rest of the salad for later." Get the heck out of here. You know you ain't full off that salad. That salad was in a little bowl about like that big. And she gonna want us to believe that she ate a little bit of the salad and now she full and she'll put it up for later. Yeah, okay, you doing that while the camera's there. When that camera cut, you know you gonna go and grab your real food out the microwave. So she goes and weighs herself, and the scale says she lost 20 pounds. She up here hugging her daughter and high fiving or whatever. But ma'am, the last time you weighed yourself was in month seven. So in month seven, when she weighed herself, she only lost 17 pounds. So now we're at month nine, meaning that 2 months later, you're weighing that you lost 20 pounds. So in hindsight, you only really lost 3 pounds in 2 months. They up here high fiving like she lost an additional 20 pounds or something. I'm telling you, if delusional was a person, Miss Karen had it on lock. That was the end of her journey and her story. Let me tell you something. This lady made every excuse known to man. And I haven't heard no update on her or anything like that. I hope that she really did go and lose the weight, that she really did get the help that she needed because she's talking about she don't even want to continue the therapy sessions with Dr. Paradise. She should have took Dr. Nail was saying he was willing to continue them therapy sessions. She should have hung on to that. But you know what? She needs a certain type of therapist. Dr. Paradise is way too nice. She needs somebody to kick her in the face because she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. I could bet $5 million that I don't have that this lady has not lost no weight yet. I bet she hasn't. And she probably missed out on her kid's graduation. She probably still in that house and she's probably making excuses. And the unfortunate thing is you're going to let something that is supposed to nourish our body, give us energy and all of that kill you. And that is a sad situation, but that is how addiction works. If you're addicted to something, you need Jesus. You need Jesus. You can go to Dr. Now, you can go wherever you want to go. But if you don't have God to help you off your food addiction, baby, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So just like people are addicted to drugs, sex, all types of stuff, people are addicted to food. And unfortunately, if they keep eating and eating and eating, our bodies aren't designed to carry 600 pounds. They're going to die. And that's just point blank, period, how it is. But anyway, y'all, that was my review of Karen's journey on my 600-pound life. If this is your first time joining me, go ahead and smash that like button. Smash it up, smash it up, smash it up, Smash it up. And most importantly, subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. We have a good, great time over here. We are on a road and a journey of our own to 1K subscribers. And I know we can get there. Okay. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining me. I will be live again. I also review Love During Lockup, which comes on actually tonight at 8 o'clock on WeTV. I review that on Sundays. Okay, so if you like Love during lockup, go ahead and make sure you subscribe and keep your notification button on. And I will be live on Sunday doing that review. I come and do that review on at 6 o'clock on Sundays. Okay. If you love 600 Pound Life and you want to watch it, it comes on Wednesdays on TLC at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. So if you want to watch it and go on this journey with me as I review this show, go ahead and tune in on Wednesdays at 8 on TLC. That's where my 600 Pound Life airs. Okay. Thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all so much. Until we meet again. Bye.